God called me 10,000 miles away from Africa to come here to America to be giving this gift, to be my wedded wife. I never had an opportunity to tell her. And all the years I have been in America now for 50 years, I came here when I was 19 years old. I've been going to school all that time. Oh. Wow, I'm 75. So I don't know where the 4 years went. And I never, all the years I've been in Chicago, I never went west of State Street. The first time I went of State Street was my best friend, another doctor, who asked me to go to some place with him on a Sunday. And that Sunday trip was to the Church of the Living God. He brought me here for a musical. And I came with my friend Evans, who said, I have somebody you need to meet. Because he was trying to hit on her himself. It wasn't successful. So he said, if I can't, maybe you can. And I walk in here. I sat right here. They have a pew then. Sat in the back. And she was in the pulpit. And I saw her. Right away, the Spirit told me, that's your wife in the pulpit. Right? Right there. And after that, things began to happen. And she was plain tough, giving me a rough time, so I said, well, forget it. I don't need it. I try again. But she also felt the Spirit. So when I resisted, now she came to our first meeting. And the rest was history. And after 3 years, she and I got married across the street, over there, St. Andrew Church. And I've been a member here since 1974, before we get married in 77. She is a very peculiar lady. She's a spiritual lady, and God chose her to do a lot of things. And in order to really listen to her, I have to stay quiet most of the time to listen, because she does all the talking. She does all the spiritual revelation. So she will be talking, and I don't have time. I don't have room to express myself. So I stay quiet most of the time because she does the talking. And the things she's talking about is all spiritual. And so God told me, this is your mate. You have to be her backbone. And so she can carry on a task that she was assigned to. So I play a very laid-back, low-key in the marriage, because God is using her everywhere we go. She stands out. When she opens her mouth, people come and give her an audience. Today I saw Reverend Jenkins was crying. Since we met, she was crying because everything she did and through their meeting was very spiritual. It took her all the way to Jerusalem. She really impressed to put her on a stage. They put her on all the television. And she was the first one when we went to Ghana. I grew up in Ghana. And had never been to the president's house. We went to Ghana. Without protocol, we end up in the castle of the president of Ghana. I said, this is impossible. But we did. And she looked at the president right in there. So when I talk, you listen to me. You look at me. The president of Ghana all of a sudden woke up as if a spirit hit her. She never took his eye off her till we finished the prophecy to her. And it was just amazing. And when she opened her mouth, she will read you out like a book. And the relationship between us is very sacred. It's very powerful. And through this marriage, we went through trials and tribulations. The last time, the biggest, when I got involved in a car accident 2 years ago, a car hit me from behind on Down Royal Expressway. And when I went to take the X-ray, they say you have a fractured vertebrae. Now and you need surgery. I've always been afraid of surgery because when you know too much, you're afraid to take a move. Because most patients, when they have a spinal surgery, you don't come back normal. So I was trying to beat around the bush, did acupuncture, did prayers, did a massage. We did that, it wasn't correcting. Finally, the doctor told me, if you don't have this surgery, you'll be paralyzed from the neck down. Well, I didn't have a choice. We had this surgery February the 20th in the intensive care unit. She already saw, as I was on the table, that I was going through difficulty, and they prayed for me. When I got out, I couldn't move. But she was by my side 2 months at Rush Hospital 24/7. She was my bodyguard, my spokesperson, talked to the doctors, they defend me, everything. And I was on that from stretcher to wheelchair to a walker. I was discharged. She has been there for me. She's my guardian angel. She's my backbone, and she puts me straight. And I love her very much. She's a gift God gave me. And we have been through all the places. But she's something very peculiar wife, very strong, very straightforward, and she will be loved forever. She's a gift that God gave me. And we have been in this relationship as one. And I want to congratulate her today. Well, she had to say my part. But I'm giving her flowers. She's very special. And I love you very much. And thanks for marrying me and all the difficulties we went through. And I felt like I'm Job. That for the last 2 years, God brought me low. Hit rock bottom. And I know I'm Job, and we're going to come out of it. I know God is putting me through something. And this also shall pass. And we will come ahead out of all this temptation, trials, and tribulation we are going through. So today is a breaking time. And the best is yet to come. And I wish best of luck for your ministry, because you are going to be going far and wide. God blessings. I'll always be by your side. Thank you, and I love you.